Hey tribe, welcome into another weekly angel and ancestor message here at Cusp of Roses. My name is Gabrielle. For anybody new here, welcome in. For those of y'all returning to the channel, welcome back, my loves. And special shout out to all my channel members tuning into this message early and ad-free. I love you all so very much. And I thank you for your love and support of this channel. It truly means a lot to me. And if you want to become a channel member for exclusive viewer perks and so much more, you can join at that button next to subscribe underneath this video if you see it, or click the link in my description box. It'll take you to the same page where you can overview my membership tiers, see what I have to offer, and join wherever you feel comfortable. I would love to have you guys on the more intimate side of this channel, but in the meantime and in between time, tribe, let's talk about the next 7 days. Okay. I was getting this element of fire, okay, which feels like a lot of actions behind the scenes. Some of y'all have holy angels and ascended ancestors that are working something out for you. They are going to bring you a sign of when it's time to make some sort of shift or make some sort of change, but that's not now. Like, it's not yet. Okay, some of y'all are itching to like shed something, itching to like start a new chapter, get into something new, like start all over, ignite something. Maybe that's also where that fire is coming from. But it felt very much like wait for more clarity. There still may be some healing that has to happen. There is a big wave of healing that's happening in the collective consciousness that's tied to lineage, okay? I've been seeing that over the past few days in my meditations. It's lineage that's healing. Something in the ancestral realm is starting to shift and change. And that's going to play out in our worlds in various ways here, okay? But ooh, this could be a week of patience, a week that tests your patience, okay? Your ability to remain patient with something could be kind of at the forefront. Yeah, it's like you're waiting on a sign, you're waiting on like a green light from your angels, your ancestors, the divine, and it's going to happen. You're going to get that sign. It just might not be in the time frame, that you want it to. High Priestess, harness mystic power, be brave and honest, and see beyond your current situation. Some of you deep down know that as much as you want something to shift and change, it's not time yet. Some of y'all can already feel that. Some of you guys are definitely more tethered into the ancestral realm than you might even be fully aware of, okay? And I think that's where the be brave and honest kind of comes in. As much as maybe the will or the ego would like to take matters into their own hands, right? Some of y'all could be fighting impulse energy or the spirit of impulsivity. And I think that's where the brave and honest is coming from. If you sat with your soul, if you sat with your spirit, you could honestly say, okay, I understand it might not be ready. It might not be time. So don't let your impatience push you into a cycle that you might not be fully prepared for. Harness mystic power, again, feels like that healing energy. There's something that needs to be integrated into your awareness, integrated into your energy in order for you to be prepared for what's beyond the current situation. So some of y'all might be very, I'm hearing claustrophobic, feeling like the walls are kind of caving in around you, or the world is caving in around you. You know, it's like suffocating almost. So it's natural to try to want to escape that, but it's not necessarily, okay, they're showing me like a cocoon and a butterfly, right? I'm sure the caterpillar feels the same in some way, but it's that cocoon that's actually protecting you. So if it feels really tight and claustrophobic in your life right now, it almost feels like a barrier of protection. And the more that you embrace that energy and understand that energy, the clearer you're going to see something. But if you try to break through that barrier, break out of that energy too soon, you might be underdeveloped for what's outside of that barrier, if that makes sense. Yeah, like the caterpillar not going through the whole cocoon process and trying to break out of that cocoon before they're fully formed into a butterfly has a low chance of survival. Do you see what I'm saying? This is about preservation, I'm hearing. This is about, oh, that's maybe where lineage is coming in. Okay. Some of y'all could be in a ancestral bind. Maybe even more or less like a generational one. That might feel like it's not necessarily working for you, but it is giving you the time or the freedom to harness something here. Again, integrate some sort of higher awareness so that when that breakthrough happens, when you push out of that cocoon, when that barrier breaks, that chain breaks, you'll be fully developed and prepared for what's to come after that. So it's almost like preparation is important here, or that's what's happening. You're being prepared for something, and there's a need to sit in that spiritual awareness as opposed to be reactive to the 3D. Okay? Not spiritually bypass anything. No, not at all. I just heard, don't forget your higher mind. Some of y'all might be stuck in your lower chakras right now, or something might be pulling you into your lower chakras. Don't forget the higher mind, which meets the lower chakra body at the heart center. Okay, so some of y'all need to get into your heart chakra. Okay. Some of y'all need to get into your heart chakra. Okay. Show me a little bit more here, Divine, about this energy. What's my soul tribe waiting for? What's this barrier that's around them? Clarify the purpose of that barrier, of this energy. Thank you. Okay, fire guardian. I felt fire. There you go. Okay, ignite your passions. Yeah, lower chakra, fire energy, root, sacral solar. Something might be trying to light a fire in you. I don't know why I'm feeling that. Something's trying to get you in your lower nature. Something might be trying to lower your vibration in a way. Ignite something. That's kind of, can also be impulsive a little bit. Okay, see beyond the current situation. Yeah. Okay, some of y'all might be facing a trigger that the divine is trying to get you to see beyond. See it for what it is. Okay. This might be a week of learning how to tame your fire and not, okay, maybe tame isn't necessarily the right word, but maybe temper. So temperance energy could be significant. That's back to your angels and ancestors. Exactly. Harness mystical power also with the high priestess that came out. So that fire is maybe being ignited, but you're meant to harness it, utilize it for something other than, I almost wanted to say destruction, or like, rather than using that fire to start little fires, okay, use it to transmute something. Okay. Like fire turns lead into gold. That kind of alchemist energy. Some of y'all could be reading The Alchemist, the book. Wonderful book. One of my favorites. If you haven't read it, please make sure you do. I believe it's Paulo Coelho. Paulo Coelho. Yeah. Love that book. Okay. Yeah, Magic Guardian. Surround yourself with protective energy. This came out last week. Unlock the magic within and surround yourself with protective energy. That's the barrier. You want to be on fire for something. You might want to burn your way through that barrier, which might go against some sort of ancestral or angelic protection that you have here. And that's why you need to see beyond the current situation. And unlock the magic within, that's what I mean by it's an internal versus external thing. For whatever this is, surround yourself with protective energy. You're surrounded with protective energy so that you can unlock the magic within, which is going to help you see beyond the current situation and help you utilize that passionate energy in the right way. Not in a way, I'm hearing, not in a way that makes you vulnerable or a target, but in a way that makes you powerful. Guardian, I can't make it up. Guardian angel, you are not alone. You're absolutely not alone. You're surrounded by protective energy this week. Which is why you would need to keep that fire in check as much as possible. Tell me a little bit more about this protective barrier. Direction, Guardian, choose your path. That could be the shift and the change that you're waiting to make. Direction, Guardian. Yeah, you're protected right now because there's a new direction. I feel like I picked that up last time, right? There's a new direction that you're going to be headed in. Okay, tell me about this direction. Stay rooted and grounded, the Earth Guardian. Right. You can't know where to go or what's going to happen next if you're not still. This is about stillness. When everything in you wants to move. Some of y'all might be feeling restless this week. That could be a nervous system response. So make sure you guys are tapping into healing your nervous system with however you like to do that. That could be breath work, sound frequency, movement. Okay. But staying rooted and grounded in your current situation so you can see beyond it is important. And maybe that's where that brave and honest comes in. You might have to be brave and honest about the path that you want. Okay, some of y'all still might be... that could be where the fire and the force is coming from. So something very Mars about this week. You still might be trying to force your way onto one path where your energy is being prepped and prepared for you to go in another direction. But you might not might not be at that point where you're ready to let go of the momentum or the desire or the energy to kind of push down this path when it's like, you might be trying to take a detour off a path. Okay. Because you might not know where the path you're on is headed. So something about this is out of your control or it feels that way. But the path needs to unfold before you. Shaolin Master, be graceful in movement and action. Exactly. Dream and journey. Yeah, this is about a journey that you're on. Pay attention to your dreams. Some of you might want to get a dream catcher. If you already have one, I'm seeing it being flipped over. Some of you maybe need to flip it over if you have one on your wall. Yeah, that's oddly specific for somebody here, okay? If you have dream catchers, flip them over. But I almost feel like somebody's in an energy where you feel like you don't have any options, and that's not necessarily the case. You do have options. The opportunity or the moment to choose that path, choose from those options is coming. But your willingness to be patient And to kind of sit in that protective energy is what might be tested here. Okay, your patience. That just seems to be the key word over the next 7 days. Patience. Stay rooted and grounded. Be graceful in movement and action. Right. You might want to blow through with your fire. Yeah, something a little bit more graceful might need to happen, or this is the harnessing part of it. Right? Harnessing your chi, that's your solar plexus. So yeah, something definitely about your lower chakras is very significant. Some of you could be still kind of stuck in that 3D energy, trying to break through to the 4D heart chakra. Or that's the breakthrough that's trying to happen, but as of right now, there's still something to be harnessed from your lower chakras. I just heard to not be wild with passion, but direct with passion. Fire can spread really quickly. Fire can engulf things very quickly, right? It can increase in volume very quickly, if not controlled. This is about controlling your fire. Shaolin master, period. Okay? Wax on, wax off. Discipline. This is about discipline. Okay, you're not alone. You're surrounded with protective energy. All you got to do is stay rooted and grounded and be graceful in movement and action, which requires a higher mind. It does. So, okay, some of y'all are breaking that 4th dimension this week. Congratulations on that. Okay. Let's dig a little deeper into what this all means. Tell me a little bit more, Divine. Yeah, you got a lot of heavy hitters out here, though. Okay. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guardians. And a master and a seer. Interestingly, too, that emerald is at the 3rd eye for the Earth Guardian. Something significant about that, especially with seer being out here. Yeah, 4th dimension, green energy, heart chakra. I'm seeing the praying mantis on their hands, too. Some of y'all, your prayers are definitely being heard. Your prayers for protection are heard. Some of y'all, that could be the magic that you hold. The power of prayer or the power of your throat chakra. Again, higher mind, higher chakra energy. Show me what's igniting with this passion, Divine. The 2 of Wands, choice. Yeah. Love and wisdom, victory over those who would attack you. This could have to do with fear, okay? I know there's a lot of fear going around with the state of the world. This is a time now more than ever to absolutely use your wisdom, okay? Be wise and not foolish. Wheel of Fortune, the Queen of Wands, and the High Priestess. Archangel Raphael showing up here. God is healed. Yeah, the helping God. You're getting help with this passion energy, with your fire energy. God the eternal and lasting with the High Priestess. I'm going to put that under the seer because that's perfect alignment. Queen of Wands, absolutely, with the Magic Guardian, and the Wheel of Fortune with the protective energy. So seeing beyond the current situation brings success and protection. Unlocking the magic within opens you up to divine power and guards against mental troubles, keeping the mind grounded and centered. Surrounding yourself with protective energy allows for healing and protects even more. Yeah, protects your work too. Yeah, again, the cocoon. You're surrounded by a protective barrier energy because you are still healing, and you need to allow that healing process to happen, my loves. It's so crucial. It's uncomfortable, absolutely. Again, it can feel claustrophobic. It can feel very tight. But it needs to be. It needs to be right now. Okay, the hidden God with the Queen of Wands. This is about keeping a healthy mental state as well. And what did I say? Temperance. Thank you, Divine. The God of joy. You're not alone. Temperance. Yeah. Like I said, something's being worked out behind the scenes in the ancestral realm for you. Your ancestors feel called. If you've been calling on your ascended ancestors, they're hearing you and they're in action for you. Because like I said, something is about to shift. Wheel of Fortune. But you have to be still enough to allow that wheel to not only turn, but also kind of stop and lead you into the direction that you need to go in. What's this direction energy? What path is protected? I can't make it up. The Ten of Pentacles. The Honorable God. Inner and outer work. Protects against disasters. Exactly. That's exactly what you're being protected against. Disaster. So there's a spirit of disaster that might be trying to enter your world, into your life. I almost feel like for a while now, but you have that protective energy or that protective barrier, so it can't really touch you. This is that no weapon formed against me shall prosper type of vibe. There might have been a couple weapons that were formed against you, but it can't touch you. Somebody needs to know that. But you trying to act out of your own will and not honoring the protective barrier that is being given to you or that is surrounding you right now is what will kind of pull you out of that, pull you into disaster is what I'm hearing. Ace of Swords. The path that you're meant to choose or the path that's unfolding before you leads you to the Ten of Pentacles, security. So how can they stay rooted and grounded? Earth Guardian energy. The Queen of Swords. God, the hope of all the earth. Interesting with the Earth Guardian. Ritual and ceremony. This is about consistency. Some of y'all with the praying mantis, some of you, the prayers need to get more consistent. If that is your power, if you feel that that's a part of your magic, a part of your gift. Okay, whatever it is that you are gifted with. Some of y'all definitely have gifts with the High Priestess and the Queen of Wands out here. Hierophant, I can't make it up. The merciful God. Be graceful in movement and action. Divine forgiveness. Obtains friendship and favors the great. Secures promises. Security. Ten of Pentacles. Some of y'all, your bloodline and your lineage was promised a path. This almost feels like the promised land kind of a fable. Parable. Okay. How Moses saw the vision of the promised land but couldn't cross into it. Moses could be the representative of the ancestral energy. You could be a part of the generation that enters the promised land. If that makes sense. And again, that is metaphor. That is metaphor. It's metaphor. Just take it as that. I can't make it up. Chariot. Archangel Michael out here too. Period. Perseverance, success in conflict, overcoming adversity. Exactly. No weapon formed against you can prosper. You overcome adversity in ways that you're not even aware of. Some of y'all don't even know the weapons that were formed against you. That's how protected you are. Okay? Thank your angels and your ancestors and the divine. Okay, show me the Two of Wands here with the Fire Guardian. What's the love and wisdom that's needed? The Ten of Cups. Divine warrior confounds the wicked, brings victory and peace. This is about your victory and your peace. Do not succumb to fear. Okay? Again, something might be trying to rattle you into fear, pull you into fear. Pour your fire and direct your fire towards your 10 of Cups, your 10 of Pentacles. Okay, what does the High Priestess see beyond this current situation, Divine? 10 of Swords. Revelation, protects from sadness, gives revelation in dreams. Like I said, your dreams are very significant. Turn over those dream catchers if you have them. The Marvelous God. Protection from magistrates, that comes with the High Priestess. Yeah, you're being revealed. You're being given revelations in your dreams about your protection. So if you keep trying to force your energy in one direction and you keep having dreams of that being closed off or closed doors, or some of y'all, the divine is letting you into all that you're being protected from in your dreams. It's not showing up in your 3D because it can't even get past the astral realm. Period. As soon as the thought of the weapon comes up, you got angels and ancestors diverting it, handling it for you. Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, some of y'all, those are a part of your protection. The divine might even show you the protective barrier around you. Some of y'all might have spiritual or energetic sight. You might see energy. Okay. Clarify how the Queen of Wands is unlocking the magic within. Show me this divine power, divine. What's the power? Ooh. Eight of Cups in reverse with the double energy and the Ace of Pentacles. God, the pleasure of man's children. Transformation gives consolation in adversity. Exactly. This is what's not trying to console you. Fear. This is what's after your divine power. Somebody trying to seduce you into a downfall. I feel like this came out last week. Communicates with the dead. Teaches the occult and magic. This is about high vibration versus low vibration. There's magic in all energy. Energy is magic, but you can utilize it for evolution or you can utilize it for destruction. Energies and entities that might utilize that magic energy for destruction have been trying to come up against you and can't even penetrate. Can't even reach you in the 3D. Because that's how protected you are. You have Archangel Raphael's covering you. And will continue to do so. Okay? Something trying to get you to not walk away from something you're meant to walk away from. Some of y'all, again... I understand that, you know, energy work and tarot and spirituality has become a hot trend, okay? A hot trend. Everybody now wants to be in spirit and connected to all that. I'm not saying everybody, but it has been a big surplus of that energy, okay? A big charge of that. And it can be very easy to get seduced into energy work that is not serving the higher purpose of evolution, that serves the lower nature of the self. Be very mindful of that. Some of y'all might be having an awakening or an awareness around maybe some practices that you do that might not be tethered into the higher mind or might be keeping you in lower vibration. That's for somebody out there, okay? Can I get one here for the Queen of Wands under Magic Guardian Divine? Thank you. The Hermit. Alchemy and transformation rules natural events, helps with spiritual progress. This is a part of your spiritual evolution, okay? Word of God creating all. What did I say about prayer? Somebody needs to be mindful of their words. There's power in your words. Use those words wisely. Use your throat chakra wisely. Okay? Alchemy, that's the intention of magic. Alchemy, transformation, transmutation for the highest, greatest good. Okay. So some of y'all are under this protective energy so that you have that spiritual progress, so that you can step into your divine power without interruption. Some of you are there could be temptation to, again, be seduced into a downfall from your divine power. So just be mindful of that. It's often when you're about to step into your power that seduction shows up. 9 of Pentacles. Submission to higher order, exactly. Identifies traitors and destroys their plans. I cannot make it up. No plan, no idea, no thought. As soon as the thought is created, your angels and ancestors are on it in the astral realm. It can't manifest into the 3D, and it won't. That's a part of the dreams. That's why the divine is showing you, because some of y'all might not fully trust in your protection or might not fully understand what's happening in your world right now. Why you might feel stuck and stagnant. Some of y'all are at like a 7 of Pentacles kind of an energy. You're not dipping down, but you're also maybe not climbing as fast or as quickly, as fiery. You see what I'm saying? It's not growing in a way that you might have thought, but that's for purpose. That's not for any other reason but your protection right now. So the more you submit to the higher order of things, not the lower order, which is what the seduction wants to do, which is what that devil energy tries to get you to do. Disregard higher order and take matters into your own hands, just so that you fall out of the divine protection. That's the plan. That's the illusion. That's the trick. Don't get put in a trick bag. Okay? Know what you serve and know who you serve. Understand that. Somebody might be toting that line a little bit too. Be careful. Okay? Clarify temperance here under guardian angel. Like I said, your angels and ancestors do not play. 8 of Pentacles. Intellectual talent and provides knowledge. God the teacher, exactly. You have guardian angels coming in to teach you about the magic that you hold for somebody here. Somebody doesn't understand the power of their words, the power of their throat. I might be talking to somebody where like the things you say actually happen to you. So you might be jokingly saying something, or just, oh, I'm saying it because it's cool to say, or whatever, or like, you know, whatever, da 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 da. And then and then it manifests. And then it's like, oh, why am I going through this? It's because you said it. It's because you said it. It's because you said it. You got to be careful with what you say. Watch your words. Especially if you're saying something that's not aligned with the truth of your heart. Especially if you're speaking something, or, ooh, God forbid, speaking against someone that's not even really in alignment with what you truly feel. That's a trick bag. Be careful, okay? And there's no, I'm just playing. Nah, this ain't the time to play with your words. Next 7 days, not the time to play, okay? Speak only what you wish to see, experience, feel, and know. That's it. This is discipline. That's almost like a fast, like a detox somebody needs to go through in their throat chakra. Only take it if it resonates, y'all. Okay, show me the path to the 10 of Pentacles. The Empress. Child, stop playing. Fertility and fruitfulness assures peace between married couples. God, Father, the generous. The path that you are being led on is an honorable one. One where you're not only being generously given to, but you can be a generous giver. One that is fertile and full of fruitfulness. Full of fruit. because of the inner and outer work. This is a reflection of somebody's actual alchemy. Somebody doesn't really know that they're a true alchemist, but they're about to know, because the inner and outer work is what's protecting them against disasters, but also leading them into a season or on a path of fertility and fruitfulness. So it might not look like you are fruitful on this path right now. Definitely maybe in comparison to others. Cut that comparison out. Walk your path. Your path could be fruitful in different ways. Somebody doesn't understand the spiritual fruit that they have. It might become very clear over the next 7 days. Your spiritual abundance. Spiritually fertile as well. Oh yeah. Oh, this is big divine power that somebody has. They might not even be fully aware of it, or they will become fully aware of it over the next 7 days. Tell me about staying rooted here with the Queen of Swords. How can the Queen of Swords help the rooted and grounded energy? The Knight of Swords, okay? Intellectual richness protects fertility of women, makes children respectful towards their parents. The all-pervading God. Okay? So not only are you on the path of fertility, your fertility is then protected. Some of y'all do not know how protected you are. And that's not on no like superiority, kind of like, I just want to feel chosen. I just want to say I'm set apart. No, baby. You are. If anyone is, you are. You understand? And I can tell it's that energy because this is somebody who doesn't even talk like that about themselves. They don't even proclaim that kind of thing over them, which is probably why it's so heavy. Oh, wow. So there's a lot to learn with intellectual richness. Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords. Stay rooted and learn what you need to learn. Learn about your magic. Learn about your passions. Learn about the path that you're on. Learn about grace. Learn about your protection. Again, learn that you're not alone. There's so much to learn even in the now moment. So again, embrace and surrender to that divine power, that higher order that you're a part of. And show me the Hierophant with be graceful in movement and action. Page of Wands with the King of Swords in reverse. So a lot of air energy could be significant. I'm getting Aquarian energy. We're in the age of Aquarius, so that could just be a broader energy for us all. Okay, Page of Wands, propagation of light confounds the wicked and slanders. Saves from enemies is what was upright. What fell out in reverse was the King of Swords. Right. There might have been somebody who thought they could come against you or kind of like be a weapon of destruction in your world and in your life. And again, they can't even get past the astral thought of it. They can't even get past the energetic barrier to bring it in. Yeah, a big old King of Swords thought they could take out a Page of Wands because, oh, it's a page. Not knowing the Page of Wands is actually a Queen of Wands, a Hermit, the High Priestess. Like, yeah, this is be careful who you play with. Be careful who you play with. Be careful who you talk about. Be careful. Be careful. Okay? Can I get one for the Hierophant under Shaolin Master here, Divine? Thank you. The Four of Pentacles. God liberating the oppressed. Self-atonement. Okay? Delivers from persecution, cures mental illness. Whoever was in that King of Swords in reverse energy, mentally unstable, ill. It's a mental illness. That is absolutely rampant, child, with the society we in today. Mental illness all over the freaking place. But I just heard mental illness perceived as righteousness. All right, we could fill all that blank in. I'm sure you know, if you're picking up what I'm putting down there. Yeah, that No weapon, child. No weapon formed against you. Okay? Yeah, God liberating the oppressed. Who has been the oppressor? Who is the oppressor? Identify that for yourself, okay? But all that oppression energy backfires. Absolutely. It does, it has, and it will continue to, because it is time for that shift in energy. Okay? Yeah, being delivered from persecution in grace. This could be spirits that have to atone for the persecution and oppression and affliction that they've seeded into our world and our society. Again, it's never really truly flesh and flesh. It's always spirit and principality. But whoever's resonating with this, just know your fertility, your path, your healing, your knowledge, and all of that is guarded and protected, okay? Some of y'all are awakening to the fact that you are a divine warrior, or you might be called to be a divine warrior in this lifetime. You might be getting that revelation. There's a reason why you're exactly where you are in this now moment. It's not a mistake. It's intentional. Even if you want to be somewhere else, your spirit has work to do, my love. Okay? Rebellion and achievement. Some of y'all might be tempted to rebel against your divine protection in order to achieve something quicker, faster. The promise of, oh, you'll get it fast. Just because you get it fast don't mean you'll get to keep it. Remember that. Just as fast as you get it is just as fast as it can flee. And it often does. When you believe in that seduction and you allow seduction to be the impetus for your downfall, be careful. And that ain't nothing but the truth, y'all. Nothing but the truth. Okay? All right, Divine. What other synchronicities are important for my soul tribe resonating with this message? What do they need to see from you? What confirmations can you give of what you've provided here? Thank you. Relax. Come on, baby. Relax. It can be scary, absolutely, but relax into your magic. Relax into your power. Okay? Potential. 1, 2, 3, 4. 420. Could be significant. Something by April could be significant as well. We'll be in the new astrological year by then. You have so much potential that hasn't even been tapped into yet. That's why you're where you are. That's why you have this protective energy. You're absolutely not alone in that either. So don't feel isolated. That's, again, that comparison. Don't do that. Easy for me to say, harder to do, I understand. But try to be mindful of when you're starting to compare your path to other people's path. You are on a whole other wavelength, baby. You in a whole other wavelength. So yeah, it's not going to look like the person to your left and it's not going to look like the person to your right. That's why you got to keep your eyes forward. Okay? So you can see your potential and unlock it. Some of you are unlocking your spiritual potential here and seeing spiritual progress over the next 7 days. That 1, 2, 3, 4 is also a message. Yeah, faith in reverse, that you need to have more faith. Don't let anxiety and fear kind of rule your energy. Tap into your high priestess, Hierophant energy. We do have a pair out here. Okay. That 1, 2, 3, 4 lets you know that you're moving in the right direction. Okay. Faith in reverse. We might read that. Hold on. What else? Ten. We're in a year 10. Ooh, optimism in reverse. Yeah. Something, like I said, something's trying to pull you into a lower vibration. Something's trying to pull you out of knowing. Pull you out of your faith. Pull you out of your optimism. cause mental illness for you. Some of you, be mindful of that. Okay? This could have even been something that was attempted in the past. Somebody could have tried to destabilize you so that you would lose faith and not be optimistic about where you were headed or your ability to choose your path. Somebody might have been trying to trap your energy. I'm seeing a jar. So again, that's kind of back to that whole like, yeah, okay, everybody want to be witchy and woo-woo and do stuff that they have no idea, not even a clue of how that could even backfire on them. So somebody might have thought they were being witchy and tried to put you in a jar or try to freeze you. Or I don't even know, John. I'm hearing freeze. So maybe, yeah, whatever. Knock your confidence at the base of it all. Okay? Again, none of that prospers. None of that works. Okay? And the only way that it could is if you stay in low vibration. This is why your energy work, your inner and outer work is so important. Clarify what other confirmations. Thank you. I can't make it up. Stability back out here. Something's trying to get you to not have faith and optimism in your ability to stabilize yourself. You might have been working very hard to create stability for you, and then it feels like something just keeps knocking you off that or switching your path, or like it goes wrong, or someone like abuses their power over you and takes it away from you. Your stability is in spirit. Not in earth, not in man. It's in spirit. That's what this is all about for somebody here. You need to recognize where your stability actually comes from. Not by the hands of man. Okay? So don't let that fear knock your faith or your ability to dream. Yeah, authenticity. 4s could definitely be significant. The number 6 could be significant as well. Purpose. Come on now. Come on now. Nothing can pull you out your purpose if you don't let it. But that's your job. Okay? That's your part of all of this. Okay, 427. Again, something about April is very significant for somebody here. That could be when you're born, a birthday celebration. Or that can be the moment something shifts and changes. Clarify. Purpose wanted to stay out. Okay. 7s could also be very significant because it's all about alignment at the end of the day. Your ability to stabilize your own alignment is your power. You giving that power of your stability out to somebody else, something else, is what's destabilizing you. It's what's opening you up to lower vibrations, pulling you out of faith and optimism about your own power, your own capability, your own potential. Okay, let's read these reversals right quick, and then I'll close this out. Thank you, Divine. 1010. Okay. In reverse, this card could signify that you're feeling like you've already failed before you try, pushing away the support you're offered, hiding away from the world, self-doubt and pessimism. The affirmation to turn this energy around is I choose courage over fear and peace over perfection, period. Courage over fear, peace over protection. That's the mantra. Okay, that's going to pull you out of that energy. What is optimism in reverse? Okay, reverse, this could say misconnections, a warning to keep your eyes open, a time of unease during transitions, and the fear of change. Okay, the affirmation to turn that around is I take action and trust my instincts, because you got them. Your instincts are on point. Start trusting them, my loves. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I really do hope that this message serves you well, brings you clarity, confirmation, reassurance, any sort of healing that you might have needed. Let me know your thoughts or what resonated with you in the comments down below. Thank you so much for being here and tuning in. If you've made it this far in the message, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel so I can pick up on your energy in future readings. And I hope you all have a wonderful, blessed next 7 days. All right, don't forget, join the memberships here if you want exclusive viewer perks. You can also book a reading like this if you want your own angel and ancestor message specifically for you. and the angels and ancestors that guard and protect you, you can book that at my website, cuspofroses.store. That's also linked in the description box below. All right. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful week. I'll see you soon. Namaste.